Orlando's mayor is in the sights of the new attorney general right now, who suspects that he may be getting in the way of immigration enforcement. James Uthmeier sent a letter last night indicating a city policy passed years ago may be in violation of immigration and customs enforcement measures. Watch News political reporter Greg Fox is live at City Hall right now. And Greg, the mayor and commissioners say the AG has it all wrong here.
Exactly, and one of the commissioners that we talked with today thinks there might be just a miscommunication here or a misunderstanding on the part of the Attorney General's office about exactly what this city policy says. But regardless of that, the Attorney General could move ahead with legal action against the city.
I understand the position that you're coming from.
Last week, Orlando Mayor Buddy Dyer tried to calm down people who turned out for public comment to blast the decision by the Orlando police chief to sign a 287G memorandum of agreement. It means the city will work with and be trained by Federal Immigration and Customs Enforcement, or ICE. Many expressed concerns about racial profiling.
This is an deplorable situation.
Dyer assured them under the city's Trust Act, neither victims nor random drivers would be profiled.
The police will not ask what their status is and will not be subject to any proactive activities of that sort.
That caught the attention of Republican Florida Attorney General James Uthmeier, who Monday posted on X that the city's sanctuary policy is void under state law. He sent Dyer a letter saying sanctuary policies are not tolerated or lawful in Florida. Failure to abide by state law may result in the enforcement of applicable penalties, including, but not limited to, being held in contempt, declaratory or injunctive relief, and removal from office by the governor.
We never pretend to be a sanctuary city, none of that.
Former police officer and now city commissioner Tony Ortiz is pushing back on the sanctuary city claim. He showed us the Trust Act, which reads, nothing in this policy shall be construed to prohibit any City of Orlando employee from cooperating with federal immigration authorities as such is required by state or federal law. Ortiz wonders if Uthmeier has even read the Trust Act.
I think he should have made that phone call first and then checked to see what the Trust Act was all about before coming out with such a statement.
Mayor Dyer responded to the AG's letter saying, in part, neither I nor the Orlando Police Department have any intention of violating federal or state law. Our OPD officers are in the process of being trained by ICE to provide assistance at its direction. And we reached out to the offices of Buddy Dyer and also James Uthmeier for comment, for additional clarification, or an on-camera interview. Their offices declined. Covering Orange County, live in Orlando, Greg Fox, WESH 2 News.